What is good, everybody? Welcome back. Our final live stream of the year. Thank you for joining. Thank you for coming to hang out on this cozy little stream. I just brewed a fresh cup of coffee. Santa brought me a new espresso coffee maker, Americano maker machine. This is my second cup of the day. I think I'm brewing 2 servings per brew, but I'm drinking it as one. So I'm not sure if that will have an effect on today's stream, but we'll see. It just hits. You would think the process of heating water and running it through browned sand, that is coffee, you would think the machine wouldn't matter. You'd think that's a simple process. But this new machine, makes a ton of a difference. Thank you for joining me. Amelia S., good to see you. David, Blackbird, Saxophone, and Bishop 91, Radio Reeves presents Brother T, Simona, Josh West, Tanya, DJ Vu. Thank you for being here. Welcome, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well for this holiday season. Sorry if you just heard a Windows update. No, Windows now is not a good time to restart, as it turns out. Go away. So we're gonna be chilling here. We're gonna make a Christmas lo-fi beat. I've actually already started working on one, so I'm gonna bring up the project. If I'm hoping I can turn that into a little bit of a video. Oh, and Toxic, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Hello, CJ. Hello, Miles. Yes, this will be our last stream of the year. I hope we can just hang out, have a good time. I wanted to also open it up if you all had final questions for the year or things you're thinking about going into 2023 that you want to discuss. So we can do a call-in segment. I put it up in a poll, if you didn't see that already, which is how should we start today's stream, making Christmas beats or taking calls from the community. You all have seemed to vote making Christmas beats. So I'm down to start with that fully by a whopping 90%. So we'll go at least for the first hour. We'll make beats. I'll check in with everybody again if you want to do the call-in segment later in about an hour. If we do it, great. But if there isn't a ton of interest in it, that's fine too. We'll just make some music today. How's everybody doing? What's everybody drinking? How's the weather where you all are at? I know that there's some storm moving through the U.S. Not much to say about it here in California. Hoping it doesn't affect my holiday travel. And I guess I should just remind everybody that we just had our 5th and final of the year members only workshop just yesterday. We did this yesterday afternoon. If some of you got to see it, if some of you already saw it, fantastic. If you didn't and you're a VIP member or above, you can watch it now. You can even become a member right now and get access to all of this members only content. But yes, we covered how to make a sample pack. So I went through my process. This is a 2-hour workshop. Did some tape recording on tape, processing those samples, creating instruments out of those samples. We also did some percussion recording as well. I gave a little bit of my process of how I sort and name those files, all kinds of things like that. So that's a very good workshop if you're thinking about making your own sample packs. If you're a VIP member above, you can check that out now. If you're not a member, it's a great way to support the channel and get yourself some downloads. There's free downloads for members on the community tab. Make sure you check that if you're a new member and you haven't checked it out yet, so you don't miss anything. Then there's also a bunch of members only videos, other workshops. There's 5 workshops total. There's other little behind the scenes stuff, little cable management video, a quick video on the Array Touch, doing a little performance on my custom template here that I've been working on. This has been a ton of fun. I'm looking to do more and more with that, but that's available for members right now. If I can get some more members only content up between now and the end of the year, great. Amelia S. member for 17 months. Thank you, Amelia S. Happy Christmas. Merry holidays, everybody. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Awesome music, great community. Thank you. Good vibes. Well, it's because you're here. You've brought your good vibes. My mom and dad are here as well. Hello to Jessica. And Toxa says, I bought a Kai and became mini. It's a pity there's no money for Ableton yet, but you motivate me to buy it. You the best. Hey, do what you can with what you got for now. Work your way up to Ableton. Take advantage of the free trial. Take advantage of student pricing if you can. All those good things. Or a cheaper alternative for now, like BandLab, which is free. And hello to Bo Griffin. My grandmother is even in the chat. Can you believe it? Red hair Julian, what's good? You think Yamaha HS5s are good without sub? How can I say? I'm not sure. I haven't really tried them, but here's the thing that would give me confidence in purchasing a pair is that many great producers do use them. So without having any hands-on experience or whatever, I work in my studio without a subwoofer. I don't have the Yamaha speakers, but I work without a sub. You can always check things in a car or on a system with more robust bass if you're really worried about that, but I think you'll be fine for an at-home setup without having a subwoofer. What's good, SDK? Nice to see you. Coop reminds us that Serato Studio is a good free DAW. Yes, thank you for that reminder. Serato Studio is a good free DAW. Another good free option. BandLab, Serato. Does Ableton Intro have few functions? Not enough for lo-fi? I think you shouldn't worry about if it doesn't have enough, if it doesn't have this, if it doesn't have that. If Ableton Intro is the only thing you can afford and you want to get into Ableton, just get it and work with what's in it. And you can find all the info on their website about what exactly it has. You should be working within the limitations and find solutions in those limitations, not being worried that those limitations exist and not doing anything as a result of those limitations. I hope that makes sense. Anybody got New Year's resolutions in chat? I would love to hear that. GJ says, the workshop came with perfect timing. There are tons of percussion instruments that no one has touched in my high school. Always wanted to sample them. You should definitely do that. It's such a cozy stream. I don't know if you can all see this, but let me see if I can turn the camera. Can you all see that cat? Do you see the cat? Let me say hello to the cat. I don't know if that's seeable. Uber is chillin'. Cat needs a little attention, you know? Just needs a little attention. And the cat's not worried about intruding on me. How about that, Amelia? You ever think of that? Mooney says, I need a music production. Should I buy Archery Mini Lab 3 or Kai Mini Mark 3? They're both great. I happen to be using the Archery Mini Lab Mark 3 today. So maybe that's a sign for you. Completely random. Make more lo-fi as my New Year's resolution. Nice. New Year's resolution from 77 Social. Work out more. Took this year off and released a song on Spotify. Fantastic. Ball says release one track every month, learn CDJs, and start playing a couple live gigs. Nice. And Tox says, yeah, do you have paid lessons or mentoring? I want to learn how to write lo-fi from you. Learning from video is bad for me. I promise you can learn everything you need to learn from me at this stage, seeing that you don't even have Ableton Live yet. You can learn from my channel. 600 videos, you'll be great. You'll be totally fine. Josh says, I just bought Ableton Live Suite last month. The New Year's resolution is to become super familiar with it and get comfortable using it. That's a good one. I heard that there was an issue with the Mini Lab 3 not being infinite encoders. They have infinite encoders. Win a DMC regional. What's a DMC, Miles? Hello, Marky Flips. In which DAW will you make today's beat? I'll be working in Ableton Live as always. That is my main DAW. Yo, SDK, thanks for joining the community. Welcome back. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for renewing. Yes, everybody. All right, final plug is that if you want to get access to all the members stuff, exclusive videos, as well as exclusive free downloads, and you want to get in our Discord group, our Discord server, becoming a member is the way to do that. It's super easy. It's super fun. You can join for as little as $2. And there's other perks that come along with that. Hello, Rashane. Seeing Rashane in chat reminds me that for the workshop, a lot of people, or multiple people, asked about live performance. I don't do a ton of live performance for a workshop topic, by the way, to do that as a workshop. If you all have ideas for the new year, I asked this in the members only stream yesterday. If y'all have ideas for the new year, things that I can do better, things that you want to see from this channel in the future, I would love to hear them. But for workshop topics, I would also love to hear those too from members. What topics do you want to see? People were asking about live performance, so I can put something like that together for sure. What music and artists inspires you? A lot. Very inspired by a lot of visual artists, more than probably musical artists for sure. I listen to a lot of Korean artists, a lot of K-pop music. Pilgrim of Light. Hello. All right, let's get into making some music. What do you say? We'll check in at the top of the hour on the call-in situation if y'all are down. Let's bring down the background music. Move it over here. I guess I should open Ableton Live, eh? Let's do that. So I did already start working on a Christmas lo-fi tune. What would be great for me is that if we could work on this tune today, then after the stream, I could go shoot a video with it, and I could release the video like tomorrow or something. That would be great. Let's see if we can make that happen as a goal. Yo, Cedar Robertson, welcome to VIP. Big round of applause over there. Sheesh. All right, now I just have to remember which one of these. Here we go. Found it. Welcome to the community, Cedar. If you are a new member or if you just join, you can type !new member in chat, and that will give you directions on how to join the Discord. Also, asking other members is another way. Other members, if you all could help me out, as usual, help people find their way to the Discord. It is not always a simple process for people. Jen says, my car wouldn't start and I'm snowed in today, so I guess I'm just chilling. I'm sorry about the stresses surrounding that, but isn't there just something a little bit cozy about that? Like, we don't have that in LA, but I do miss that about home on a day where you're snowed in and you just can't go anywhere. I think there's something great about that. All right, let's look at what we have in this project. I've got to move you chat to down here. Back home, I'm from New England. I saw that question. I'm from New England. I wish I could zoom in on chat. Oh, I can zoom in on chat here. That's way better. Okay, cool. Sorry. Yes, Dougal's from. I'm from New England, Massachusetts. I feel the same way when it's raining here. Yes, which is interesting because there's just a lack of kind of weather in California, but it has been cold lately, which has been nice. I know that sounds weird, but it's been nice because I get an actual taste of fall. Anyway, here we go. We're in Ableton Live. Like I said, using the mini lab. What do we have here? That's not a sound that we want. I have no idea. I don't remember what this song sounds like, but we'll see. Oh, free Foo says nice nails. Thank you. Oh, thank you, people. We got gold in these things here. Let's go like this. Zoom. Check that out. Gold flakes in the nails for the holiday. Watch out. What's up, Jiminator J? Nice to see you. This beautiful Wednesday. Yeah, it's Thursday. Well, Jiminator J is fully in holiday mode. All right, what does this sound like? I already started working on it, but I have a feeling I need to do more with it. Let's go back here. Let me know about music levels, by the way. Music and speaking levels. Seems like, oh, I did build up like an intro. Here we go. Aonel. Aonil? What's up? I think beat is coming in here. Oh, I just dropped a loop in this. That's right. So we'll have to build up the drums again. Okay. All right, this is a good vibe. The backstory behind this is, if you all watch my Rolly Rise 2 ambient video, I was originally going to make that a Christmas video, so I started working with mostly Rolly Studio stuff for this beat, but it was just not the perfect demonstration of that controller. So I just kind of banked it and saved it, and now we can... Now we can build on it. Okay, so like I said, I did just grab a placeholder drum loop for it, which sounds really good. Let's try to start to build a little bit of what the arrangement here is, and I can even take a look at what the sounds are. It does sound like, for some reason, Ableton is currently struggling. I don't know why that is. I hadn't had that issue before. We're at 128. That should be fine. Relax, Ableton. Let's see, what is the sound? I love this sound. It's just very chimey. This is wintry, right? I think I have a field recording we can drop in here for the intro. I would like it to build up more, and we don't have a bass yet, which I think is something we could do. So let's first drop a field recording in to give us a wintry vibe. And I think I have some old samples from like Big Bear, which will fit well. You're going to see that this is a very low, let's actually throw it on a track with some compression. Very low volume here, right? Let's bring it up. Oh, we don't need that aggressive bird, that's for sure. And let's also bring it in towards here. We can, of course, sweep out some super low end. There's a little screen door action. I always have to find the point in the field recording when I have left the scene. There we go. Okay, I'm just making all kinds of noise here for no reason. There we go. And if we want this to sound like bigger and more grand, we can add a little bit of reverb onto the field recording. It almost makes a dreamy quality for the field recording. All right, so now hopefully for you, it sounds like we're just chilling in a cabin in the woods. So the one thing I would like to introduce in this beginning section is the bass. I want to build momentum in this segment. And of course, I'll use my tried and true bass. Like there's no, like this is just kind of a bed of sound here at the beginning. I would like to push things forward a bit more. We can see. Yes. The field recording is just recording the natural sound of being outside. Yes, that's what that is. All right, so intro, no bass, right? Then maybe bring bass in here. we can get bouncy with it later when the actual drums drop. Maybe we just go back down to 1. Yeah, maybe it's just a literal 2-bar pattern that gets repeated. Use particular hardware for recording outside? Yes. My main field recorder is this one. Tascam Porta Capture X8. Great field recorder. It's got like a touch screen, so it kind of almost functions like a phone. Alright, that was just a simple bass line. I want to do that. Let's rise up there. 2, 3, 4. It gives more. It's sort of a rising bass line here. That is what is giving this intro momentum and saying we're going somewhere. It's not just this bed of beautiful sounds. You like psytrance? I'm a producer. Love your tips. I do not love psytrance. But peace and love to you if you do like it. All right. Ableton is annoying me right now because I'm getting all these random pops. Like it's literally Ableton Live 11 running on an M1 Mac from last year. Not that many tracks. I should not have any performance issues. But unfortunately, every time they release an update, they break something or performance just gets worse. Let's do a little drop here. And by drop, I mean let's create a little moment of drama here. Moment of drama. Right before our drums are going to come in. Oh, what is that? Which instrument is playing that? That's perfect. Little twinkly opening here. Where's the good girls that never win anything banger? I don't know what that is. Hero, oh yes, I already answered that question. During Beattober, he typically sells a limited number. That's true. Did I miss a question? One-on-one coaching? Yeah, I basically only sell them once a year, but I promise for most of you that you can get every lesson that you basically need from me in the 600 plus videos that I have here on this channel. I promise you'll be fine. Start there. When you've consumed all of that, come back to me. Come back in a year. I understand that people want the one-on-one time, but it's not always like super productive. Like sometimes one-on-one lessons turn into me just showing people how to use Ableton. It's like, that's not the best use of my time or your time. That's why I'm making course content here on YouTube that is completely free. So I find sponsors for it so that is actually a sustainable thing So hear that? All right, now chat, should we? All right, I'm gonna have to freeze some tracks. It's like absurd that this is. What's this? That's great. All right, since this is just like a single note at a time, I'll freeze this one and hopefully Ableton can behave. CPU hovering at around 20-something%. Like, I don't understand why there's audio pops and stuff in there. Miles said, I've said it before, I say it again, Beginner's Guide to Ableton Live is priceless. Thank you, Miles. Yes, and then there's the Music Theory series as well. Those two series alone are what people need to watch before they even consider like doing a one-on-one lesson with anybody, basically. this track since we don't really need to do anything with it. It's kind of sad that I need to do this on the M1 Mac. I mean, maybe just a restart would help, but it shouldn't be an issue. Just to have that basic understanding of how to use the tools that you have and the fundamentals of music. It's like you need to use the tools and you need to learn the fundamentals of music. Both of those things combined, you'll be a dope producer. Let's steal the bass line from the chord progression because that's easy. I don't really like the sound of the bounciness. Here's the piano. All right, let me grab this piano. So easy way to just make your bass line. Of course, we can make it a little bit more impressive if we want, but we can use the starting point of the root notes of whatever instrument's playing your chords. Usually that works, I'll say. Bring that down an octave, 2 octaves, 3 octaves. Nope. And I want this entire instrument to be up. There we go. So easy bass line here. Just drag that into the bass instrument. Bring that down. Bring that down. So see how that walks right down. Never went anything bigger, meaning the one with Carolina Shop. That's a good question. Boom. All right, I'm gonna freeze one more track chat, and then we might do a little just restart live because for whatever reason it is struggling. Michael XX, not using your new laptop. It's very hard for me to transfer my entire life and projects over to another laptop. So I was able to use it for that video, but this Mac, like I do all my video editing on this Mac, like my whole life is on this. So it's not as simple as just being able to transfer over to a new computer. And then I can go to the third. There we go. So I'm just trying to figure out this chord. I think I want to go here. And then this will sync up nicely. I think. And let's see if we can go to B here and if it'll make sense. All right, I think that's our bass line. All right, chat, bear with me one moment because the computer is bugging out a little bit. So I think it may not be a full Ableton Live issue, but I think we can get it back up and running with no problem. Quick restart. Was the tune Carolina finished? Carolina? It was not totally finished, so I don't know where it's at. Okay. I have everything running properly. I think it's my second monitor that's giving me an issue here. Try one more time. Bring it back up. What does everybody do around this season? Well, what holidays is everybody celebrating? First of all, I know I'm celebrating Christmas. I don't know if anybody else is celebrating different holidays. I would love to hear about that. What do you usually do? Is it just like sometime at home? Is this not a special time of year for you? Just a normal time of year? Let me know. get live back open here. Boom, boom. Miles is celebrating Hanukkah. What is it, like the 5th night tonight? Okay, we've got live back up. See if we get any better performance here. No, actually, just worse. I like to have a good old-fashioned secular good time. Yeah, I think that's the vibe for many. What mic do I use? This is a Shure SM7B. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, great. So I just want to build this up a little bit. If target time is around 2 minutes for this track, what we can do now. Sorry, y'all. I'm gonna give you the screen in a second, but my second screen is just not working properly, so I'm gonna give my iPad a restart, which is what I use for the second screen. Dun, dun, dun. For this next section, what I would like to do is this melody that's happening right here. That does the little. We don't have to bring that in right away. So what we could do right in here and right now, which I don't think we shouldn't have any issue doing this because I think this is just a duplicated section anyway. Yep, it's all just duplicated. Let's just duplicate it again, but let's take out that melody. And what we have is a guitar doing a call and response to that melody as well. We're frozen. What is happening here? Chat, what did you do to my computer? All right, we're going to do a restart because it's going to not perform well the whole time, and I can keep up with you all. Chat on my phone. Josh West says, hang out with my family, watch the kids open their presents, and decide to just play with the boxes the toys came in. That's the vibe. The boxes are cooler. Just get the boxes. Just go to Staples or wherever and just get a box. All right, I'm doing a quick restart of my computer. Thank you all for bearing with me as we chill here for a moment. This is a perfect time to do Q&A. So if you do have Q&A, any questions I can answer for you, things that have been pressing on your mind, I would love to hear them as I do this very quick restart of my computer and we get back to it. I guess it was not a live problem. The computer has been lagging today. I don't know why. Sometimes if I just haven't restarted in a while, it can cause a problem. So chat, I've got you here on my iPad. I can see everything you're saying, so behave yourself. Marco says, your music theory vids helped me a lot. Thanks, TAETRO. Thank you, Marco. Which chapter helped you the most, would you say? It's very interesting to do those series because they're long series, right? So everybody gets super hooked on the first one, and then viewership kind of tapers towards the end. But some people keep up with all of them, and I wonder if that's because... if I'm being optimistic, I would say it's because if you watch the first couple lessons, you have enough information to go off and running and figure stuff out on your own. Or do people lose interest? Or do people say, oh, this is too much work? Or do people just take it a little slower? I'm curious. TAETRO Claus sees all. That's right. Any tips for music? Tip Top Jester, what do you want me to say? What do you think the answer is to that question? Any tips for music? Try again, I think. I'm happy to answer questions, but like you have me right now, so let's make some let's try to get some value here. Boz. Boz is banned in chat now. I'm banning Boz. That's it. Is getting started in music production playlist the best place to start? Jesse, that is a good place to start. Yes, and thank you for bringing up that playlist because that's a good one as well. That one has a bunch of different videos on so you can get a glimpse of what the actual music making process is. Here we go. You can get a glimpse of what the actual process is, like the uncut process videos are there, as well as like a couple gear videos, like what gear you need to actually get started. So yes, that is a good place to kind of dip your toe in. But when it's time to start learning, there's those other playlists that I was talking about before, Ableton Live and Music Theory. Those are straight up courses. I'm about to get a new MacBook. Is it going to be easy to transfer all of my plugins and Ableton info over to it? Rainy MF, it's not necessarily difficult. It's just like a annoying process, right? So first of all, for Ableton Live, if you've only used Ableton Live on one computer, you should be able to bring your license over to your new computer. If not, you can request more licenses from Ableton, and you can just say, oh, I bought a new computer, and then they'll usually approve it. For plugins, the problem is each one of these plugins that you have, each one of the plugin companies, whether it's Native Instruments, Arturia, blah, 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 they all have their own downloaders, like not downloaders, but like software hubs, you know? So you will have to download each of those hubs, log into each of them, download all of your plugins, and get them on your computer. So that is just a plan for an afternoon with a hot or cold beverage. All right, chat, we're coming back here. We got the computer up and running again. What do you think? Did we make any difference? We'll find out. Will artists flame my Scarlett interface too? I don't know. I think there's just so much bullshit elitism in our field that people are going to flame you no matter what. So if Scarlett is what you can afford, great. If you can find a better alternative with better research, great. But guess what? Pretty much all the interfaces in a certain price range will have a generally similar performance. If you want to get nitty gritty and listen to preamp noise, if it even really matters that much for you, you can do that. Or you could just be making music and not care if anybody is mad about what gear you have. I think that's just so lame. All right, I'm popping out chat here. I'm going to open up the project. We are going to be back in music making mode. Thank you all for hanging out. Do you still use your Ultimate Ears live? Not as often, but I'll use them occasionally if I'm traveling and if I need actual earbuds. But I'm not in the situation. I need to be able to just pull my headphones off and go move around, whatever. Putting the in-ears in is more of a thing. It's okay, I'm sitting here. I'm wearing these. Opening the project, getting chat here. Getting my second window. And I'm sorry if I missed your question here. I'll scroll up and answer or jump back into these questions in just a moment while I get my tech situated. So thank you for hanging out and tuning in. Where's my screen mirroring display preferences? I need the second screen so that I can both work in Ableton Live and see you all in chat. That is why the second display is helpful. There it is. Do you ever sell old gear? Not really. Well, actually, I have sold a batch of gear at one point. I was curious about license stuff. I was about to buy a new computer. Yes, that's how that all works. I'm just scanning back through the questions. Hey, 77 Social, thank you for the 15 months. Thank you. That's great. So much support for the channel. All right, Scarlett, are you playing? And we're back, people. I was looking for a mini lab because all of the knobs and pads, but I don't know if I should just go for a keyboard that has more keys and then do all that in software. I don't know what to tell you. Just get a MIDI controller, please just get one and just make music. I got interested on the first video and watched through to the newest. Great series, dude. Good to know, Sexy Bicycle. Good to know. The drum loop you use, is it from you or is it a loop from somewhere else? It's just a splice loop. Splice, as much as it frustrates me, it is nice to be able to just have this giant database of sound and quickly grab something at any point. Hello, Sarah Roboski. Nice to see you. Josh West says, I got a Behringer X1204 USB interface mixer a year ago. It's great for home use or if I play a gig. VST recommendations. Tip-top gesture. The chat, the community is dying to help you and dying to engage with you, but asking things like just for VST recommendations is such a strange approach. You recommend Logic Pro X? I don't know. I don't use Logic Pro X. All right, let's get back into making it. Always devolves into that, right? It's like, do you recommend this thing with peace and love? It always becomes like, do you recommend this thing you haven't used? No, I haven't used it, so can't recommend it. Or should I buy this controller or that controller? No. But hey, that's the questions people have. All right, so we are back. A nice restart of the computer very much helped our performance issues here. We need to recap what we're doing here. So we have an intro where we included a bass line and this little drop. And then, so the next thing we're going to do is build up the drum kit. That's nice and simple. We could add some cool flourishes and stuff here too. Great. All right, so next step is for sure to build up a drum rack. Hello, Dustin. Nice to see you. Hey, Dustin has a great pack that we talked about in the members only stream yesterday, and I shared it on Twitter. Great organ sample pack that I think Dustin has it up for pay what you can or pay what you want. So you should all get that. If you're looking for the link to that, it's on my Twitter. STK, what has been your source of inspiration lately? It's a good question. Deadlines have been a great source of inspiration lately. I'm trying to reconfigure my source of inspiration. I've been doing a good amount of painting for some like family holiday cards, so that's been nice. I've been watching lots of Tom Sachs interviews or lectures or things like that. That's been nice. I need to take some time at the end of the year and even the beginning of the year to kind of realign and bring some new style and flair to the channel. I think that's what I want to go for coming up in the new year. All right, what do we have for lo-fi here? Under Lander, I know we have stuff, yes. The other thing, when we were talking about Splice, the other thing about Splice is it nails, it doesn't completely nail it. But being able to just go into an interface and type specific, and sort by genre, and sort by type, loop, or one shot, all of that is just blowing Ableton's like file stuff out of the water. Like, yes, you can, of course, sort your own files, but like, I just want to be able to quickly find my lo-fi drum one-shots. But that's just not how this works. Like, it doesn't work like a search engine. It's just searching titles of files. So I wish they would improve that on Ableton Live. And on that note, I'm going to bring up Splice. And we can just try to type in lo-fi drums. This isn't always perfect, but and then you can search from your library or whatever. I'm not doing a plug for Splice here, but I'm just talking through like this should be built into the DAW. It should be that easy to search my own sample library, and which I can. I can search my own Splice sample library, but that's just the Splice samples. How much piano training did you have before coming to electronic music? Not a ton, but in college I had to take like, that's kind of a nice kick. College I had to take, I think, 2 or 4 semesters of just normal piano, and then I had to take 2 semesters of jazz piano. So not nothing. That's a good one as well. Let's do snares next. Snares and perks. Snare. But if I can criticize Splice for a minute, it's absolutely insane that these tags are sorted by the number of samples and not alphabetical order. So right now I want to find one-shot lo-fi drums snares. And I am staring at this list, and it just took me so long to find the word snares because it's not sorted alphabetically. Pretty good. You mix on headphones. I absolutely hate mixing. I mix on a variety of different things, including my studio monitors, including my headphones, including my AirPods, including in the car. I'll try to mix on speakers though. Like if I'm doing mixing, I'm going to go back and forth between speakers and headphones. And then this is the other problem with Splice, right? It's like these are not quite what I'm looking for, and I don't really know how to further refine it. Because, as you can see, these are not really what we're looking for in terms of genres. We try to refine these tags. Lo-fi hip-hop is a tag and not a genre, I guess. But even that, I'm like questioning, like, are these lo-fi hip-hop samples? If I go into my library, I'll find some stuff that I've already chosen to download, which is probably better. Right. And I don't want to spend forever searching for samples today. That's nice, though. But I'll just throw a bunch into the drum kit. As usual. That could be nice, too. Not sure what I'll use, but at least if I do this first, I don't have to be in and out of Splice. I just want some simple, understated drums. Let's get rid of the snare tag. Let's find a hi-hat. Bicycle Man, experiment with weird snare layering. It's not really the place for that. This song in particular. That is a nice understated hi-hat. More like a perk than a hi-hat, though. That would be nice if it didn't have so much. Let's see if we can make it work. Well, these are just like over compressed to all hell. That's a house snare. All right, that's the one I just grabbed. I think I have kind of all I need at the moment. All right, so I just put those all into kit. Good. Are we here? Let's arrange these in a way that makes sense to play. All right, so I'm going to want a hi-hat there. And here, that one's super bright. We could throw the filter on. But I think we need a brighter snare. All right, that main kick is fine. That snare is fine too, but it's just like too understated. Let's try it. A little bit of filtering there. That's fine, right? Let's get this going. I think what I'm going to do is separate the process for both kick and kick snare and then do separate hi-hat patterns. So it can be more, I don't know, 3, 4. Great. So that's that. So instead of just going right in and playing kick, hi-hat, and snare, separating them for me is a little bit better because I'm less limited in what I can actually achieve as a player, like in a performance. Let me get that other hi-hat sample in there. So this is now a separate track with only the hi-hat. Put that there. And now I can also pull some low end out of there. Here we go. All right, hi-hat pattern. All right, cool. What is this original? Yeah, that just had a straight ahead hi-hat. Let's go ahead and lay this down and we'll do some editing of the sound in a moment. 2, 3. Oh, it's only giving me 2 beats because let's play the right pad. 1, 2. What's up, comment? Not doing any groundbreaking there, just a simple hi-hat pattern with a little perk. We're gonna gently, hopefully, gently quantize. Hold on, I'm gonna undo that quantize. I'm only gonna quantize the hi-hats, not the perks. There we go. There was one missed one there because Arturia pads are just whack. All right, now editing the sound a little bit. If we go back and listen to the reference, those are very light hi-hats. So I'm not even sure that this is the exact right sound. Just by shortening the sample, see how much lighter this is? 0 low end. Let's bring down the velocity. Hello, Common Beats. Did I say hello already? Thank you. Those cheeky chord modulations, love it. Loved hearing them in the beat tape too. Thank you. Thank you for noticing that. Hope everybody did enjoy that beat tape, by the way. Yeah, Christmas tunes are a great place to do like fun little chord progressions like this. And also somebody mentioned, Dustin, I think, mentioned that yes, Arturia has a freebie out, Filter MS20. That is a freebie currently from Arturia. Don't miss that. I think it's only available like for the holiday season free. Arturia is always good for doing that stuff, right? Okay, that's great. I'm gonna group this. I do think there was like one more layer in those drums that I would love to have, which is like sort of a weird, like Foley-ish sound, I guess. Perk. What do we have here under perks? Pill bottle. I would love to add just a little hint of this sound. Which is why I made a new track for this. In the background, not quite a shaker pattern, but just a little bit of perk, kind of Foley-ish sounding things. Gentle. Okay. And then bring the high end down on that. Let's see how we can fit this in. It needs to be so low in the background. I'm not sure if we can make this work. Close. Just kind of messing around in here. That was just like a bunch of messy little playing. Let's see if we can fix it up though. It's not exactly what I had in mind or wanted, but I think we can make it work. Question about the CPU. I don't know if it's the max M1. It is an M1 though, and it is a fairly new M1. And you are right, the CPU hovering at 16%. I will say that we are running Rolly Studio Player, 3 of those. We are running Contact. We are running an Arturia synth plugin. Again, shouldn't be enough. Like the hovering at 60%, it doesn't matter. Like it's not going to go above probably 40% for this general session. But we just did a restart before because we were having a little bit of crackles and pops. The restart made it completely go away, which I rarely have that problem. And I will say that doing a restart will usually solve that. Just kind of has to do a little bit of a reset. I rarely have to do that though, I should say. Where's the MPC swing? Again, I want this literally just buried in the background. It's still not quite how I want it to be. Let me just go ahead and I'm going to hard quantize it, but have a groove playing. You have so much space in the mix to hear all the sounds. My production usually gets muddy to the point where you can't make out the different instruments. Any tips, y'all? Talk about that. That's a good thing to talk about. That's a good question. Let's talk about what sounds we actually are hearing. Actually, let me do one thing really quick, and then we will talk about that. First thing I'm going to do is set up a bit of a sidechain here, sidechain situation. I want this shaker to get out of the way, not only of the kick, but of the snare as well. So let's do that. Actually, in that case, in this instance, yes, we're going to receive a sidechain signal from the kick and the snare. I'm going to end up getting rid of this because I don't love it. It's a little texture in the background is fine. Okay. Yes, that's a good question about like muddiness and mix and clarity and everything. And I don't think I'm an expert to be able to talk about mixing. But thank you for the compliment about being able to hear things clearly. So let's talk about the parts that we have. We have drums. The drums are the drums. They're playing their part. The problem is mostly going to come in when we start adding more and more melodic and chord instruments. So let's talk about what we actually have. We have this synth that is just playing a single note. It's kind of just floating there, right? This is almost in a similar space, just a little melody on top. Then we have strings. You can hear how bright these strings are. I'm gonna unfreeze this and make sure these are on the one. These are obviously in a different space than those single notes. So one of these sounds, the strings, is a bed of sound that everything's on top of. Then we have a little plucked instrument on every beat. Dun. Ba-da-da-da. And then there's a little bit of like a swung melody. Da-da-da. So everything's playing its own part. Then we have a rock bottom bass. We have pianos playing chords. Notice that each one of these sounds has its own purpose, its own place. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sounds playing right now. Add the drums back in. But I think one of the major problems, if you're having a trouble with clarity, is you probably have too many sounds happening. You probably have too many sounds or too many musical ideas that are conflicting. Notice that nothing's really competing here. Actually, I'm not using those strings. I think they're a little too epic. But fast forward over here. Now we're going to add a melodic instrument, right? Let me go ahead and duplicate the drums over here for you. So it's all the same elements, but now we've added a melody. Dun, dun, dun. But not only that, we added a counter melody, a little call and response. This is something the listener's ear is going to grab onto. And even though there's two instruments playing a melody, you notice how they're doing specifically a call and response. This synth goes dun, 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 dun. Guitar, it's answering it, right? They're interacting with each other. You should make sure your melodies, they don't have to be an exact call and response, but they should be interacting with each other. You shouldn't have just two melodies going on for the sake of two melodies going on. And the melodic instruments that I've added on top of this are the only ones doing the singing. They're the only ones that are like singing a melody. Everything else is adding just to the ambiance of what's going on. Everything else is just chord and mood setting. So you can just vibe to this, but you can't like sing along to this, right? But when you bring in this melody now, it fills that space. It's something to sing along to. On top. There's space for that on top. You have to have the space to fit things in. Hello, Angela Rose. Nice to see you. Common Beat says, I believe one of TAETRO's biggest strengths is not only making complex things sound simple, but intentional sound selection. Everything has its place. Thank you, Common Beats. That's very, very nice. You're very good at that as well. Joshua West, I like thinking about all the melodies I'd love to throw on a track I'm listening to, but keeping the track to a few essential things keeps everything manageable and simple. Yes, sometimes you might have 5 awesome melodies, but guess what? Those 5 awesome melodies cannot all play at the same time. So that means that maybe 4 of those melodies aren't even in your track. Maybe just one of those melodies makes it. Okay, let's continue on with the fun of this. I want to bring the side chain to the other instruments as well. Now for the shaker percussion thing, I'm going to experiment for 1 second by putting a delay on this to add a slightly different rhythm. Just do the top end. Now it's just like barely in the background. How much do you consider panning when trying to make a space for a nice mix? I'm considering it as I go on the fly. So like you'll notice this sound here, that's that single note sound. That sound has a lot in common with, where's that other sound? These two sounds kind of have a lot in common, right? Even though they're bouncing off each other. So this sound here is panned to the left a bit. This main melody sound is panned a little bit to the left as well. This counter melody is panned to the right. So they're talking to each other. They're around you. But together, since they're talking to each other, they fill that out, right? The piano, on the other hand, is just dead center. The piano is just those wide chords there. And the last thing I'll say on this for that question about making things clear, if you notice on literally every instrument that's not a bass, you're going to see this low cut knob. I'm just sweeping out any low frequencies, especially on an instrument like this. I don't need any muddy low frequencies in that at all. Okay, sidechain again. We're doing sidechain. Only for the kick. This is kind of another thing that can help. If everything's bouncing to the kick, your kick's going to cut through no problem. We don't need to freeze these tracks at all. I think it's probably justified where the CPU is at for the plugins that are currently playing. I mean, they're like MPE plugins. Let's review what we have so far. I'm gonna just save this really quick. For real great mix and sound selection. Sound selection, yeah, is a very important part of mixing. Be deliberate about what sounds you're picking. there on the downbeat. All I'm saying is, an AI would know that I want this kick to play. That's all I'm saying. But Ableton doesn't know. That's a constant thing. Like, we want to humanize our music with kind of off-grid feels, but what happens is it always cuts off a downbeat. Or doubles the downbeat. Some imperfect playing, right? But like, we're supposed to humanize. Our music should have evidence that a human existed, right? That happens to me constantly, and there should be something in the software that recognizes that. Like at the beginning of a loop, if a note is within 1/100th of a millisecond or whatever it is, and it's like just like this, the software should recognize that I want this note to play. Or I should at least have an option to turn it on. Okay, so that's what we have. So we need to flourish this out a little bit. It's 2 p.m. by the way. We can either keep working on this or we can jump to taking calls. Should I run this as a poll? Should we keep working on this beat or take calls? I will leave it to all of you. I'll play this from the beginning. I will run to the bathroom quickly. I'll be back by the time this beat is done. I can't actually make this work, right? Okay, the poll, the choice is yours, chat. It is our last stream of the year. Be back momentarily. Join your Discord community by clicking that join button and becoming a member. Our Discord is for members only. Ooh, okay. Taking calls is pulling ahead. We love to see it. So here's what I'm going to do, chat. I'm about to open Zoom. I'm going to open the waiting room. Let's keep this Christmassy beat going on in the background. I'm going to open Zoom right now. Of course, I'm not signed in for whatever reason. Oh, but keep working on this beat has flipped. Alright, well, I think we're going to keep working on this beat. I will let this poll run for 1 more minute. So if you haven't voted and you have a strong opinion one way or the other, now it's time to vote. Can we also vote whether you should be the new CEO of Twitter? Of course you can vote on that. And of course I could do a better job. Just saying. Here's what I'm going to say. I've had Twitter since 2009. I remember when Twitter was just for dudes and bands. Not like just for dudes and bands, but like that's basically what there was on Twitter. That's all I'm going to say. That's it. Too much of a conversation to open up a can of worms here. What do I have open here? Wow. All right, everybody. We're going to keep working on this beat. Thank you for your votes. And Goob is out of here. Goob said, I wanted to do a call-in. All right, let's get back to it. you for your votes. Okay, so what am I gonna do now? We have a basic structure here. We have an intro. We have a first verse. And what I want to focus on in 2023 is keeping things simple. I know Common Beats gave me that nice compliment about keeping complicated things simple. I would like to do a better job at that in 2023. Embracing simple ideas. So that's great that we have these two sections. But I wonder, we probably need a little effects and flourishes. Josh West says, I think TAETRO should be the new controller, designer, consultant for Akai. That would be amazing. I don't know if that would ever happen, but that would be the next step. Somebody may be crazy enough to do it, whether it's Arturia, whether it's Akai, whether it's Nave Instruments. They might say, oh, let's bring TAETRO in for this one. Maybe we should make that a thing for 2023. We'll start a campaign to make me the creative director at Akai to design the MPK Mini Pro. Have I tried the Yamaha Vocaloid? I have not, but it's cool. PJ says, my drummer friend got me the La Lisa album for Christmas. That's awesome. You have a good friend. The Bicycle Man. All right, last question. How much space do you carve out for your bass versus kick drum? Do they share the same pocket, or do you completely EQ them? I don't really do much EQ to say like, oh, here's space for the kick, here's space for the bass. I do it mostly via sidechain. And if you notice, when I put sidechain on everything, I kept the compressor at 100%. You can't see that. I kept the compressor at 100%. But on my bass, I dial it back. So it's just doing enough to touch that attack. Maybe a section with a different time signature? No. But something about the instrumentation we can change up here. We got to work our way towards an outro. So if we say we're going to use our intro material for our outro, let's figure out how much time we have. Let's build one more unique section. Let's put the outro here. And we'll change that. But let's fill in the blanks here. Oraf, nice to see you. Hello, Jeff. Do we need a new chord progression? Let's not start from 0. Let's bring our rhythm in here. All right, so our chord progression is what? Oh, hello. That's what the piano sounds like? Why, when I play it, does it sound like that? Okay, so I'm just getting like a solid velocity. Is that what's happening? I need a much lower velocity here. I don't know why that is. I think it's because I was using the other controller before. I was probably able to play softer or something. Yeah, look how tiny that velocity is. That's what I want. Up an octave. Here we go. Let's work out a new chord progression for this section. Let's run the beat. Let's unsolo this. And then the next chord progression could go. Then where could we go next? Jeff says, how freaked out would you be if you see another hand appear? That's actually a funny trick that we should do at some point. All right. I think that was a fine chord progression starting on the 2. Let's just try to play through it as clumsily as possible. Gosh darn it. 1, 2. I don't want to go to that 6. That's not very Christmassy. Here we go. I think we could possibly do a key change. What do you think, chat? Let me try to work our way there. Get rid of that, what we just recorded. I'm just going to leave recording on so we could just get there. A paw, that's a good idea. Here we go. What key is this in? This is just in the key of C currently, but if we can work our way over to G, that would be great. Andrew Waters, welcome to VIP. Round of applause, Andrew Waters. Thank you for the VIP. We're close. The harmonica as a second instrument, I think you're onto something, because I was picturing some type of either like a little muted trumpet or a little saxophone energy for the B section. We'll see. We can try it for sure. I'm almost there, chat. So the chord progression could be that kind of got us to D. How can we get there? Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Nope, not close enough. God. Is use the 5 of your second chord. Yes, the reason that works is because the 5 of 5. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get to G major from C major by taking this D minor and making it D major. So let's get there at the right time, though. Ta 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 ta. Or let's start here. I don't know, Chad. I can't get there the way I want to. Let's run the beat. Boo, boo. I can hear you all booing in the chat. We're getting there. That's it. Let's not start on the 2 chord. That'll help me get there. Let's start on 4. It's just getting less and less Christmassy the more I try to force that, you know? So let's just shift gears away from that. Since I'm locked in that idea and it's kind of just delaying the process, I don't like to do that. I like to avoid things like that. So let's, instead of trying to force a key change, let's come up with a B. All right, we worked our way to G there. I don't know how natural it sounds. Let's see if we can build around it and make it sound more natural, though. I think with other notes reinforcing it, it'll sound better. And it also became like a 12-bar phrase instead of normal. Oh, is that really how this works? Okay, so instead of live working in a way that it would just extend this clip like it does in audio, it instead did not do that. Instead, loops around and works in one of the dumbest ways possible. So I should put that there. I know probably annoys a lot of people when I complain about things like in a DAW or on a controller, but I've found the thing about it is, if I don't say these things, or if I don't like air the grievances, because it is Festivus after all, these companies just do whatever they want. They do whatever they want anyway, but maybe at some point they'll listen. Maybe at some point, like some of you will encounter the similar problems, and I can use words and I can help put it into context so that they hear the feedback, not just from an angry person like me, but from everybody that's like, hey, company XYZ, why don't you make this improvement instead of pushing out all these other updates that nobody asked for? All right. In similar fashion to what we did before, let's go ahead and add our baseline here. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you so much, Biggs. Appreciate that. Okay, this is off by 1. And D major. I have no thoughts about the our Minilab 3 pitch bend. It's fine. Boom. Do kind of want to do something here. This sound like down here? Probably bad. Let's do this as a little. Land on that G. Then where should that go there? That should go to D probably. Why does everything stop there? All right, let's build it out. We did it. We transposed. So we should be able to do one more chorus, but in our new key. And I'll show you how we can transpose. What happened to the piano there? I think. Let's just try this. All right, let's fix this. What's the name of the skin? I think this is just the basic skin, the Apocalypse. This chord progression got mangled somewhere along the way. New chord comes in here. I don't even want these notes. What even happened here? Yeah, I definitely got notes. It has to do with that looping around situation. Like, I think I just pasted it in wrong. But again, that wouldn't be an issue if the MIDI recording didn't work that way. It should work like audio recording does. And then, so it goes. There it is. I'm just going to run that and hopefully it works. Here we go. Record this. I don't really remember what I'm supposed to be playing, but we'll find out. Try that again. That's fine, except there was one wrong note, which I will adjust. Boom, that's the end of the phrase. Okay, that is good enough for now. We can, of course, make adjustments later. Let's let these top notes ring out as long as they want. All right, there it is. That is just a little B section, and we're gonna go back here. Thank you, Dungeon Master. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm off to chase my kids around. TAETRO, the blip blocks came in, by the way. I'm wrapping it tonight. Amazing. Love to hear that. So that goes from there to C. And then to E flat. Artem says, I'm from Ukraine. I think there is a high possibility we celebrate this New Year holidays without any electricity. Maybe someday you could make something on Ukrainian's melody, Carol of the Bells. Is Carol of the Bells a Ukrainian song? Who's the composer of Carol of the Bells? I did not know that. But my mind is with you, Artem. I know the president just came and visited our country. Nobody should have to go through what you're going through. Our hearts are with you. Okay, and then we'll do this again. We'll repeat that. I'm repeating that so we can get to our end chorus here. What's up, Roger? What's up? Yes, everybody stay safe. Okay, here's our little buffer zone between our next chorus. Get rid of the drums there. 2, 3, 4. Boom. That's our next spot we want to hit for a chorus. Bear with me, people. I know that took a long time to kind of hash out that B section, but I think it's going to make the track better. Little melancholy Christmas feel? I would say so. I would have to agree with you. All right. Listen, Jack. Here's the deal. We gotta go this way. So I originally said we were going to do an ending there, but we're kind of entering final chorus vibes here. Note that we did modulate into the key of G major. So what I would like to do is get back to this section, our flagship section, with that melody in it. way. And we're gonna put this right here. Whenever this section's... But obviously... Well, first of all, it didn't copy and paste the way I wanted it to. Come on. Oh, boy. Where's the beginning of this? See, now I'm like off by half a bar because we did that pause. Great. Let's grab that. Let's put that at bar 40, which is where we want to come back in. Okay, it worked this time. We didn't get our kick there though, so let's put that back in. Okay, but this is going to sound bad. Thank you, DJ Dilly. Thank you for stopping in. I think we're going a little longer. I'm not looking at the time right now because I'm enjoying working on this track. I'm enjoying hanging out with all of you. This doesn't sound good because of the key. We have since transposed, but wouldn't it be nice if we heard this little end section now in G major? We're going to build out this section a little more with all the other cool instruments we already have. But we want to do a big finale and chorus in the key of G. How can we easily do that? There's two ways we can do that. We can go into every single one of these MIDI clips and we can transpose it up to G. These clips are originally in the key of C. If you paid attention to the music theory series, you know how to do this already. But remember, we're in the key of C, and music is a system, right? So from the key of C, we can select all of the notes in any pattern that is playing in the key of C. And we can shift it up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 semitones to G. We want to get from C to G. So let's see that in action. This piano loop is in C. Unfold it, we'll see all the notes. Now I just select all the notes and I hit my arrow keys 7 times up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And what do you know? Our first chord is G major. And now that loop is in G. But I think that we can do... I don't know if I want to do this or not. I think we can do this in an easier way. Let's put this back down to C. And we can use a MIDI device to do this, and we can automate the MIDI device. And then we can just copy and paste that onto every track. Which one do you all think is more effective? Which one saves me time? I'm not sure. So again, we're going up to G. But we don't want that to happen all the time. We want that to just happen here. So now let's paste this onto every track. Everything gets shifted up 7 semitones. This might have implications for range. So we might need to shift some octaves of some instruments. But we'll see. Imagine that every time I click on a track, it is whipping itself to the end of the track. I don't know why. We don't have to transpose the drums because they don't have any notes. Let's hear this quickly. So hear how the bass is now way too high? Let's go ahead and bring that bass down an octave. Cedric. Oh, amazing. And he taught me something new today, Artem. Thank you. These bass notes though are a bit too low, right? So we want to go here probably. So now we're in the key of G. If we jump back over here, we're in the key of C. But now our section, our B section here, will evolve to the key of G major. Hello, I like donuts. What kind of donuts do you like? Now we're in the key of G. Hear how that evolved? But we have a lot of instruments here. What's up, Erod? I'm happy we're going a little longer today because it gives other people the chance to jump in. All right, let's go ahead and... What if we even just duplicate this? Sounds good. Sprinkles and frosting. That's the only kind of donut there is in my mind. Boston cream is good though. All right, right there we need to change this instrument. Nope, not that. We go to G. And again, we need to have a very low velocity here. We're gonna let everything work and help our modulation here. So that D at the end of this note, let's turn that into an F sharp. We can resolve up to the G. Boom. So now we've created the line for that. All right, now we've got this. For these Rolly instruments, I have to put this velocity device on here or else we are just getting too much. Blackbird, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. Blackbird says, thank you for sharing your knowledge, learning a lot. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, my friend. Is this going to be released? I'll probably turn it into a video if I have enough time this afternoon. Peanut butter cream filled. That's a little too much for me, Rod. Okay, here we go. So now you hear how if all the other instruments start reinforcing the key change sounds a lot more natural, right? So if you're trying to do a key change, do think about how you're going to get there. A glazed donut is classic. You're right, Erod. So yes, think about how you're going to get there with a key change. If at first it doesn't sound super natural, give yourself the space to build up all the other elements around it. So we're just taking the elements that are already in our beat and adding them on here. The dogs are popping off. All right, let's add a little guitar melody or something. Just see what's happening outside to make sure we're all safe and sound. Amazon delivery person. All right, I liked everything besides what I just played at the end there. Was I recording? No. What the heck did MIDI capture even just do? What's going on? Come on. I started playing. Here we go. Ah, that's where that's supposed to happen. Ding, ding. You all hear it? Snowing at all for anyone else where they are? I would love to hear that. Who is in the snow currently? All right, that's supposed to be here, I think. Oh, Ableton just, I know I was like half texting at that time, but Ableton is just doing banana stuff right now in terms of like the timing. You all cannot actually see what I'm doing. Set 1-1. So why is that? Why is this just misaligned on the arrangement grid, but not in the actual MIDI grid? I cannot understand. Summer in Australia. Now they should move the holidays too, right, Vanguard? Like, Christmas should happen in your winter. And on this note. All right, but we can't just have that guitar coming out of nowhere, right? One, two. All right, actually, that's all we had to play there. Little bend. let's do, instead of that, let's follow the chord of the piano. It doesn't. I actually don't like reinforcing that. I'm fine with staying on D there. Let's just bring it down. And then let's just miss that note on the downbeat as usual. So that's why that whole clip was messed up. It's because that start point is, why would I ever want this? Okay, it's okay. All right, this section, I'm gonna bring the velocity down of the guitar. Everything's going to be gentle. I know this kind of sounds like a meandering section right now, but trust me, we're going to make it work. We have something here. Bring this acoustic guitar back in when the drums are meant to drop here. Let's experiment a little for a second. It shouldn't be that straight ahead, but it should be something like that. Something like that, right, chat? I don't know. Let's check it. That should not be that note. I don't know why I just did that. That should be more like an A, probably. And we definitely don't need, that's like a guitar plus string pad instrument, so we definitely don't need that dramatic. Vocals, probably not. Just keep instrumental for this one, Ice Cream. Blackbird says that F minor hits right in the feels in this harmonic context. Yes, it does tend to do that. Okay, again though, let's keep this a gentle velocity to match the rest of the track. Glad we were able to bring that instrument back. We never used this cello or these strings. All All right, since I'm going to just abandon this string idea, but maybe a nice evolution for this track would be to have the strings come in at the end. But I have to remember what strings am I actually using here. Lors, which is probably not the best cello to use. We could try. Thanks, CP. Hold that thought, Jeff. You're right. The thing about this is it sounds too clean. Try something here. Maybe it is just gentle chords like that. I like the idea of that chord hanging over. Augmented strings. Going for more of a realistic sound. Augmented strings are cool and epic, but not the exact vibe for this, I think. But I might just not be familiar enough with it. What's happening in my throat? Good, and then change chord there. Let's do that. So we're starting here. We're starting. Let's find it. I put a lot of wrong notes there, but I think it's stuff we can salvage. Here it is. Come on, play from where I want you to play, please. Has to be the 2 chord. Good. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on the strings there, but I will also notice that we did not put the sidechain on there, which we should. All right, that's a totally fine last chorus. Jeff did remind me of the idea to do like a saxophone or trumpet idea. Let's see if we can make it work. I'm not 100% sure that it will at this point, but I think there could be a place for it. What do I want to use to do that? Probably contact, right? Trumpet with a Harmon mute. Yes, I hear you, but I don't know if I have the technology. I don't currently have a trumpet with a Harmon mute. But maybe that would be something fun for 2023 if I start pulling out some trumpet. But let's see what the Contact Factory library has. Of course, as you all know, navigating this library is just a bit of a nightmare, even though they did make some improvements. Trumpet mute. I don't know if it's a Harmon mute, but we'll see. Oh, there it is. It's kind of... I just need a little more. All right, we might be able to make this work actually. There we go. Just a very muffled kind of sound. We'll definitely put some reverb on it. No processing and delay. No, no, no. If I've learned one thing about this chat is you guys just want to put every effect and use every crazy sound on everything. Listen to what kind of track this is. Listen to what's happening. Maybe a little bit of tasteful delay, but not craziness. So what do you think if we actually back the guitar on that? Let's see if this works. Haha, but I have to be careful because if you remember, we detuned the instruments. So I can't just drop that MIDI. How about it? Do we think it's good? I just don't love the articulation. It's like not sounding real enough. It just sounds like a bah. Boom. Let's get rid of that little pickup note because that doesn't make sense if the phrase is not going on. Let's have it end there. Check if the trumpet has has articulation switches. Yeah, it's got this sound knob. Sound morphs the way variety of EQ. It's just doing a filtering, which is giving us a different sound, but doesn't seem like we have many articulation options. delay it a little. It's gonna sound. And you know, I want to push it further to the background. You can automate manually. Yeah, I'm going to spend 45 minutes trying to automate this trumpet to sound real. No. It's fine where it is right now. I've kind of buried it a little in the mix, gives a nice evolution to the end here, because remember, we are still doing the key change. There's a note I don't like in the strings. No, that's gonna come down a half step. All right. Is there something on this master already? No. Let's get on this. Now let's take it to the next level, but please don't crash. I'm begging you, Ableton Live and Waves plugins play nicely. All right, what has a lot of noise on it? That's interesting. Broken tape machine guitar. It does sound great, but let's make it less broken. Okay, the broken fader does not adjust how much noise is there. Tone is not seeming to adjust it either. Can I? No. Okay, whatever. I'm over it. Okay, hold on. That's fine, but the snare's too loud. Should we lo-fi this out a bit more? Not too much. Warm sounding. There's the master chain. It's right there. Screenshot it. Screenshot it. Quick. I love these strings. So funny, I manually did that kick and it just blasts everything else out of the water. Hello, TAETRO Mark, thanks for jumping in here. right, where's this bridge? This live set could certainly be organized a lot better. Warm sweater vibes. That's why I got the warm sweater on, Dustin. It's an itchy sweater too, but it's fine. We do need to do an outro. I would love to go even quieter here. And I would love to just fade these out a bit. Boom, fade. Let's do the same here. When is the call-in segment? I don't actually know if we'll have a time for the call-in segment. I put it up to a vote. I put 2 votes up today. I said, do you want to keep making the beat? Do a call-in segment? Everybody said keep making the beat. But at least we'll be able to finish at this moment. I did hear something peeking through there. It's that note. That's just a little too much, right? So I might just drop that. Or instead of dropping it an octave, let's have it just repeat. That's good. Good. And now let's build out an outro here. I have an idea. Actually, yeah, let's keep this chord and then let's just end on a 1 here. But then I'm going to put a nice melody on top of it. What am I doing wrong? Pay attention to what I'm doing here. Play these notes, bring this, legato that. All right, and that's the last chord. Legato that. Oh, gosh. Okay, there's a plan. I'm sitting on my foot and it's uncomfortable. I don't think I'm ready to give up the bass yet. But we will do a little retardando at the end here. We'll slow things down, okay? Slow things down. Distant seagulls? No distant seagulls. It's a Christmas song. Seagulls don't celebrate Christmas. Everybody knows this. Okay, like this and like this. Okay, let's automate the tempo and just see how this sounds. Boom. We land here. Just like that. Just a little tick, 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 tick. Good. Okay, there's a plan though. There's a plan. The other plan needs to be to fade these volumes, but stick with me, chat. We're almost there. We've almost made it. We've been on a long journey together here today. We're so close. We're so close. Give me a downbeat here. Get these little bells ringing. I know you are busy. I am super new and I'm in the meditation and relaxation genre. I can't afford high-end DAWs, so I have cakewalk and magics. Have you done deep healing and meditation before? I have not done deep healing. I have lived my life deeply wounded, apparently. Santa uses seagulls in California? That's cap. What do you think happens? Like, he doesn't like transfer to the California team. It's the same team all the way from North Pole on. He's got Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen. Everybody knows that. If anything, the seagulls are a hazard. Where is that super high note coming from, by the way? It's this one. Why does that not sound super high before? What the hell's going on there? What's happening? It's the same note. Oh, odd. But, okay, forget you. I don't want you in there anyway. Jeez. Okay. You know what? There's a much simpler solution, and it is this. Boom. Except it's not in time, because Ableton Live, even though I have it set to corner note grid, when I dragged that just now, it dragged it to this marker. That's what I wanted, Ableton Live. Thank you. Thank you for being such a great tool. Good programming there. Am I out of my mind? Why is that happening? Okay, final melody here. Which instrument should it be on? That's the strings, no. How the heck does Carol of the Bells go again? Carol of the Bells. Is that the one that's like dun 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 dun? Of the Bells. Carol of the Bells. Oh my God, Lindsay Sterling's got a cover of everything, doesn't she? Okay. Dun. We're in a major key and that song is like let's just do the major version. We could put that on top of our major key like this. be like a little major key. Let me try it on the electric guitar though. I think that might sound better. Not on the trumpet. Where is our guitar? There you are. A little. All right, I know that sounded garbage, but hold that thought. All right, we don't need all that brightness there. We can definitely fade that down. Good. And let's drift this out with this. We're going to answer it. And one more. We're doing a little ode to our Ukrainian friend Artem here at the end. This is so loud. One, two, three, four. All right, it's like a little passing around this Carol of the Bells melody, right? Which even though we're in a major key, we can still make it work. Can somebody confirm for me if Jingle Bells is public domain? Where's that acoustic guitar? This is like every Christmas song. Every Christmas song plays its outro, and on the last chord, they play a little reference to some other Christmas song. Jingle Bells is public domain. Okay. Okay, see that note? That note is popping out a little too much for me, but I do like it there. So I think what needs to happen is this needs to come down a lot quicker. It needs to get out of the way. All right, and we'll give Jingle Bells the last word. Where's a good instrument to play Jingle Bells on? Not piano. This instrument. Nothing? Nothing? All right, hold that thought. Watch this, chat. You open up Complete Control, can't even find actual Native Instruments plugins. It's amazing. Plugins, contact. Factory library. Why does this look like this? Factory library, orchestral. Goodness. Glockenspiel. We haven't used this all track, but could probably find a use for it somewhere. Here we go. It's the third, right? There it is. Just end it like this. Good. And get rid of that extra instrument. It's a New Year song. I did not know that. We're learning so much from Artem. Boom. Okay, how's that outro, chat? I think we don't need that last note there. I think we should let the bells be the last note. I'm gonna experiment with one last thing and bring that acoustic guitar up an octave, but I don't want it to pop out too much. So we'll see if that even makes sense. Just push it down. I don't know. I liked it lower. Good. Okay, the last thing I want to do is that since we have this, we added that mallet instrument. I think it's actually a very good addition. I also think this trumpet is way too loud. It's like literally the only thing I can hear. I didn't have to do that, but I just did. All right, here. Let's do the call and response. I'm gonna have to automate that damn trumpet. It's really annoying me. You know what? That's in the wrong key because I copied the one. Perfect. Bump that up. There we go. Transpose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. All right. We got our bells at the end. I don't even remember how this track started. Woo. Imagine, chat, that this track was started before stream. Any fancy bells and whistles, but musically we got the ideas locked down. notice that? We definitely have to fix that, right? We didn't notice that while we were making it. The giant difference in velocity there is very, very important for a smooth transition. We're getting double kicks, of course, because we have kicks right before that downbeat that we don't want. Boom. Do you work in session mode throughout the entire production? Not usually. I kind of switched to doing all arrangement view. All right. This trumpet either has to go or we have to figure something out. Save on this project, it takes forever. Obviously transition sounds would help a lot. Let's just throw a couple of those in there. And we certainly have to fade the bass out. Hold. Boom. Auto it so it's so long. Come on. And gain, fade, curve. No tremolo trumpet. Even a softer sounding trumpet. Yeah, this is the problem. I don't have a good trumpet instrument for this purpose. Because the articulation should be very specific, so the trumpet might have to go. Or it's just literally 100% wet with reverb. Now it's barely there, but I think that's also fine. Center these strings and bring them down. All right, and this is super noisy for no reason, so let's bring that down too. Christmas bonus today, Jeff. Nice. I feel like maybe a flute or a clarinet might sound better than the trumpet. Yeah, I'm not going to push it because I don't think it's an absolutely necessary layer. And I think the way it's blended in now with the reverb is is just enough. But I'm getting to the point where my ears are just like a bit fatigued. Did you make peace with the randomly pitching high note? Yes, we just faded it out into oblivion, I guess. That is not what I want to happen. Where's that metallic instrument? What's that? Alright, you gotta go there, my friend. You cannot be on. Oh, you're only there for the intro? Okay. Bye. Just a gentle impact sound. Where'd splice go? I just don't want that to happen. I want to be looking at my project. All right, how do we feel, chat? How's this track looking? Down, lifter. Probably, no, that's a little too. If I drench these in reverb, they'll be fine. Please give me a place to put that. That's probably more of what I'm looking for. That's fine as well. That's kind of shitty, actually. All right, I'm not gonna lose my sleep over that. So I would like for there to be one on that first time. Let's see how this sound works. We might transpose it down. Okay, obviously we don't want that. You know, it's too gigantic sounding, right? So let's make it shorter, but let's add a reverb tail. So most of the tail is gonna come from the reverb. That tail longer. Can make this sound softer generally. All right, here it goes. Let's see how the sounds in context. That's perfect. That's exactly what I want. That one is not what I want, so we'll just use there. This stupid thing though is bothering me. The track that turns off. The fade out. All right, there we go. That worked, and the other place that I need this at is here. Ah, nice key change. I'm gonna listen to this on speakers for a second. The drums are just like too loud, right? I don't know, man. I fall into this spiral every time I work on a track where I'm like, the snare is too loud. And then I just like can't find the right place for it. Dun, 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 dun. All right. There it is, chat. We'll give it one more listen through. Let's do it. All right, let's listen through. Hope y'all all have enjoyed this final stream of the year, making a winter Christmassy type beat. I think it turned out pretty good. I'm gonna have to take a break from listening to this though, just a bit. Can go. Boom. Sounds good on Bose N70s. Thank you, Bing. Obviously, that is too loud right there, that last acoustic melody, compared to everything else. Thanks, I was able to do busy work on more samples while watching. Track sounds like hot chocolate and a frosty window. Very nice. Thank you. Hello, Tom Adams Music coming in right at the end here. I think I feel pretty good about this, but like I said, I need to take some time away from this track for a moment, for sure. Just like everything is sounding like a little mushy to me at the moment. The kicks and claps are too blended for me. Maybe, like I said, I'm getting ear fatigued, so I'm kind of getting mad at everything and turning everything down, but I might have overdone it on the kicks and the snare. piano? Yeah. Spitfire Labs soft piano. Spitfire Labs soft piano. Type it into Google. Wants the jingle bells. Do we need the jingle bells? We might. All right, and I need to find that guitar note. What the heck is that guitar note? So random. That one. Boom. We'll do the jingle bells in 1 second. Thought there was something else I needed to do. Something about this piano. This is my hell. This is the hell stage for me. Where I'm like, oh, now the piano's too muddy. Set a maximum velocity, at least on the kick. I don't want that kick to have such a range and velocity. Have to pay attention because these things that I played later, these things that I added, are now at completely different velocities to what came before it. Hearing some clipping, but maybe that's because of the mixing though, your streaming interface. No, it's kind of on purpose. I do like this sound. It's like not a clipping, but it is you can see that it's not definitely not clipping. But like if we just listen to the drums for a sec. I like to push this input level on the J37, which drives a lot of the lower frequency, which I kind of like the crunchiness. And hey, we already automated the tempo once. I'm just down the rabbit hole with this track. Sorry, everybody. Let's do it again. Master channel, so it's like driving all that low end. What's up, Gravity Pancake? All right, there was something I said I was gonna do, and it was the jingle bells. Yes, give me the loop. I do not want to. How big is the sample? All right. Oh god. Oh god, it's gigantic. All right, we just throw it in the whole track, right? No, what I think I would like to do, what would be cool, is to maybe include it here. Have it pop up during the bridge. It's okay, it's okay. First of all, that is not the BPM of the sample. It is 140. What is happening? Do I instead want to... That is what I want. It's not even warped, right? Okay. Just wait one moment. What's happening? I'm not insane. Sometimes things are just... not warped. That should be like the actual tempo. But yeah, I'm sorry, I hate it. I need actual. Try this. All right, remember how we had a workshop yesterday about how to make a sample pack? This is how not to make a rhythmic sample. I should be able to drop it into my DAW and it should work. Hello? 101? Is that the BPM? There we go. Actually, this one will work better because instead of putting it now to double time, jeez, they like didn't even do this to a metronome or something. Like, what happened? Like, it doesn't have to be totally on the grid, but it should be close at some point. All right. Delay. No. Let's actually get this in check. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfectly on the grid, but it can't be distractingly off the grid. All right, and because I started it ahead of time, oh God, please. I'm begging you. Okay. First, to not make my life miserable, do this, then do this. And redo what I just did. See this madness, chat? This is just like... There are certain things, problems that could be solved. Eighth bells? Yeah, we'll add a delay in there. So we have, essentially have eighth bells. Tubular bells, yeah. introduce these bells in a little earlier. My God, this sample. I have to take a deep breath for a second. We're almost there. We're almost there. I will survive. I will survive. Do this. You come over here. All right, and you stretch back out. Okay, I'll bring these bells in here. Here. There's a fade. Like this. What would you say, DJ Vu, are typical Christmas elements? Boom. Alright, there we go. Faded in. What do you want, DJ Vu? I put the jingle bells in there, okay? Yeah, what do we want? Rudolph on vocals? Good point, Bing. Feels like Christmas. That's right. It's about a feel. I'm not trying to be Mariah Carey over here. One more time from the top, since the last time I said the last time from the top, we added 100 things. Notice how this track, after we just mix everything, is way louder. DJ Vu, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for you to tell me what else I need to add here. Been going for too long. 3 hours stream. Honestly, there's not enough fancy stuff going on here. Sleigh bells or vocal elements like Santa sounds? I don't think we need any Santa sounds. No little ARP. Subtlety and not doing everything on the nose goes a long way. Of course, you can do what you want. Your tracks, but I think a Santa thing just would make it a little bit cheesy. Oh golly. Yeah, saxophone would not be bad, but again, we were talking about blending in parts and sound selection, right? There's already a melodic instrument. There's not a ton of room for another melody. No, that was too much. So I want you all to be wary, because I see all these things in chat where people are so fast to think of things to add, and then we simultaneously have people that ask about, like, oh, my mix sounds cluttered or my track sounds cluttered. Think about those two things. Our instincts tell us keep adding, keep adding, keep adding, because it's fun to keep adding, right? Doesn't necessarily mean that's what the music needs. like that it kind of builds towards Christmas for the big ending, right? Like the jingle bells don't come in till the end. Typical melodies from Christmas songs. We did it at the end. I'm not looking to just quote Christmas songs the whole time. I'm looking to create my own Christmas vibe, DJ Vu. It seems like DJ Vu, your instincts are pointing you towards like it has to be obvious, smack you in the face with Christmas. I would avoid that, especially as an artist, not just making like Christmas music, but if you always go for the obvious, you don't leave much to put your own voice in there, you know? I think we're good. Actually, I feel better about it than I did 5 minutes ago. All right, y'all. This has been the last stream of the year. I'm glad we went out making like a full track and getting it to near completion. So I hope that was helpful. And I want to thank y'all for your support this year. If I drop any more videos this year, they will sort of be a bonus. So you can look out for that. I hope you all have a safe and good holiday no matter where you are in the world. I know some of our certain parts of the world that things are going crazy. So we are thinking of you. Know that you've got this community to lean back on too. We've got plenty of other videos. If you need some escapism over this holiday season, check out the videos. Connect with your fellow community members over on Instagram, even on the Discord. And I hope everybody stays safe and has a good holiday. Thank you all for hanging out. Of course, I'll be posting a lot more on like Twitter and Instagram over the next couple weeks, but I'm going to be kind of laying low for the holidays. Please dive into some of the content that you might have missed over the past few weeks. Very cool videos, like the last one where I went and made a beat tape in the woods for 24 hours. That was fun. Hope you all stay safe. DJ Vu says, for me, this song generally captures the emotions of Christmas time. Thank you. Enjoy your time off, teacher. Thank you. Hopefully I'll be trying to take some time and think about some bigger and better things we can do with the channel in the future, you know? Peace out, everybody. Have a good Christmas. Have a good Hanukkah. Have a good holiday. Just have a good rest of December into the new year. I'll see you all real soon. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been TAETRO. Have a good one. Until I see you tomorrow.